Welcome to Money Mondays on Icon Radio. My name is Ezekiel Olande. I am glad to have you guys here with me today, being Monday. As always, you know, we do Money Mondays, and today we are having a good one. We are going to be having a conversation with a friend of the show, Lusene Donzo, and we are just going to talk about business, but also to understand Lusene's story, which is an interesting story. So, Lusene, I'm going to ask you to just say hi to the audience, introduce yourself, tell us a bit about who you are, and then we can get into the show.
Awesome. How you guys doing? My name is Lusene Donzo, originally from Monrovia, Liberia. Grew up in the U.S. Joined the U.S. Army. Left the U.S. Army as a captain. Started my business while I was in the U.S. Army. We scaled it up to we've been able to make over $1 million online sales in our digital products in the last 5 years.
Okay.
I've started my business. Now I coach, I speak, I write books all over the world. So that's pretty much the brief story about myself.
Good stuff. Today we are here to talk about, so the conversation we're going to have is from a soldier to CEO, lessons in wealth and leadership. And I just wanted you to give us a bit of your background. You know, how do you move? First of all, explain why the army, number one, and how you moved from the army into now becoming, a business person, and not just a business person, but a successful business person.
Man, so I have to go all the way back.
Yeah.
Why the Army? Initially, I joined the Army because when I was living in the U.S., I was living with my stepmother.
Yeah.
And growing up, we didn't have a father. So the military is also a very good paying job.
Yeah.
So I enrolled in the military to help my stepmother take care of my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So because that was the only thing at the time for me to do.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. But initially I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that I will go on to become a captain in the United States Army and command and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think I always had a spirit of servitude towards human.
Yeah.
So that's what led me to join the military, because I just wanted to help my stepmother out.
Wow.
As she had nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Very interesting. Allow me to stick there just for a little bit, because it's not every day that you get to meet a veteran, and most of the U.S. Army, and rising through the ranks to captain. How was that experience for you, and how long did it take from the time you joined, I'm going to call it boot camp, to by the time you're getting into captain and then exiting?
So it took. So I was able to. I joined enlisted. Originally, I was enlisted. I enlisted in the Army.
Yeah.
Initially to help my stepmom. Then I realized that wow, the military can pay for your school.
Yeah.
The military had so much benefit. So after I joined the military, then I used my military benefit to pay for my school. And then when I was going to school, there was an old man, Mr. Mason, that told me, "You are going to be a great officer." Okay. And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I was 19 at the time. No, I was 21 at the time.
Right.
And he was telling me, when you're 21, you think you have all the time in the world.
Absolutely.
So you're not really with your life serious.
Yeah.
But he will always tell me, "You are going to be a great leader." And I asked him one day, I said, "Why are you keeping to be a great leader?"
Yeah.
He said, "Because you always come on time at work." And I said to myself, what does time have to do with being a great leader?
Yeah.
He said, if you learn how to show up and show up on time, that's the first step to becoming successful as a young man or woman.
Right.
So I still stick to that. I always try to be on time for meetings. I always try to be on time for clients.
Yeah.
That's part of that's in my business, right?
Yeah.
So once he told me that, he kept on telling me in my ear, enroll in the Army, the ROTC at Virginia State University.
Okay.
I did initially. It was hard. because I was juggling helping my stepmom
Yeah.
pay bills. Then I was working full time. Then I
Yes,
was going
yes,
to
in
school full
as well.
time.
Yeah.
It was very stressful.
Yeah.
But he kept on encouraging me. Then I had great and phenomenal friends
Okay.
that were supporting me,
Yeah.
encouraging me.
Yeah.
And then I end up commissioning to becoming a second lieutenant in the military.
Okay.
But total period, it took 10 years.
Okay.
I was 4 years enlisted, and I did 6 years as an officer.
Okay.
But those 2 years, I did 4 years as an officer, but the 2 years,
Yeah.
I was in school.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was in school in ROTC trying to become an officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Last question on the military. Just forgive me. Did you
course.
see action?
I was never deployed.
Okay.
So let me just put that out there, right?
All right.
I was never deployed.
But also that's a good thing because you know it's
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm stable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill people, right?
Yeah.
I was never deployed, but I did train a lot in the training centers and different things. But every unit, I would say, is God. Every unit that I was going to, it was coming off a deployment.
Okay.
So as a lieutenant,
Yeah.
they were coming from Iraq when I was going to the unit.
Okay.
As a captain,
Yeah.
they were coming from Afghanistan
Right.
when I was going to the unit.
So
One of my military boss, whom I never liked, but
Yeah.
he said this, and it resonated with me. He said,
Yeah.
"You should never chase war because I've lost many friends in war.
Yeah.
You should never chase deployment patches because
Yeah.
it's not fun when people die."
True.
So I always tell people I'm happy that I never deployed because I don't know if I would have been the same person
Exactly.
as I am now, because I'm definitely not the same person that was 10 years ago. Because I've experienced so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I do agree. You know, we see stories and we hear stories of people who come from seeing action, and you're never the same.
You're never. You're never.
Yeah. So again, we're happy that you're here. So allow me then to ask you. So your journey from Liberia to the U.S. into the army, rise to the ranks to the rank of captain, which is no easy feat. What was the turning point that made you pivot from the military service into digital business?
It was during COVID.
Okay.
During COVID, everybody was worried about their jobs.
Yeah.
We in the military, with the military, you have job securement unless you molest somebody, beat your wife, or something big, right?
Yes.
Which I did none of that. But a lot of people were worrying about job security in the U.S.
Yeah.
So many of my friends, they had lost their jobs.
Okay.
They were living off unemployment because in the U.S. you get unemployment.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, man, what if that was me? What if that was me?
Yeah.
I never joined the army. I never commissioned. I was never in. I would have been struggling.
Absolutely.
So I decided to challenge myself to create to write a book. The first product that I sold was my book. My first book, The Power of Determination.
Yeah.
Train Your Mind to Live Your Calling. I published it on my birthday, 2020.
Okay.
In lieu of publishing that book, a lot of people discouraged me.
Yeah.
A lot of people said, your book is not going to be successful.
Yeah.
You are a nobody. Who is going to listen to your story?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of discouragement.
That's unfortunate. But you pushed through.
Yeah, I pushed through.
Good for you.
I had my military boss, Colonel Darnell. He encouraged me.
Yeah.
When I published my book, he announced to the entire formation of I think it was 300 people.
Okay.
Of, hey, we have Lieutenant Donzo just published his book. Go ahead and check it out. So that resonated with me, and that stuck to me. To this day, he's one of my favorite leaders because he did that. Yeah. I appreciate that.
And he believed in you.
Yeah, he believed in me. He didn't have to.
Exactly.
He didn't have to.
Yeah.
He was commanding 3 companies.
Wow.
He didn't have to do that.
And the company is comprised of?
A company is comprised of 120 to 150 people.
Wow, that's a big that's a big number.
Yeah, so he was commanding over 300 or 500 people.
Yeah.
Right. So he didn't have to tell in a formation of 500 people go and support one of the soldiers in the battalion.
Yeah.
Which battalion is organization.
Yeah.
Right. He didn't have to. So I appreciated him doing that.
Okay.
But as more people read my book,
Yeah.
then I realized I was significant not just in the military,
Yeah,
but I was
outside.
significant
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that was the fire that was inside.
Yeah.
And all I had to do was just add more fuel.
Yeah.
And I started buying different mentorship. I
Okay.
enrolled in Eric Thomas. Are you familiar with Eric Thomas?
No, unfortunately not.
Tony Robbins.
Yes.
So I enrolled in Eric Thomas and Tony Robbins speaking
Okay.
programs.
Yeah.
I enrolled in Jeremy Anderson. I started buying different people courses, going to different events,
Yeah.
exposing myself to those guys,
Yeah.
so I can be able to just have that mindset, right? Because it's important to adapt the rich or the wealth mindset.
Yeah.
If that's the type of success you want. So that's so as I was doing that,
Yeah.
and then it pushed me.
Are you still in the military at this time?
No, I'm not in the military.
Oh, okay. So you've already when you exit, what do you call it?
Just leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
So you've already left. Now you're buying different mentorships and products.
So
Yeah.
I haven't joined a mentorship
Yes.
in about a last year.
Okay.
Mainly because I already have all the information that I need or that I want to be successful.
Okay.
The thing is, you buying mentorship or joining different people program, you have to ask yourself, are you implementing or you just want to learn?
Yeah.
Because if you're not implementing, you're wasting your money.
Wasting time and money.
And time and money.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
glad you said time.
Yeah.
And time and money is something we don't get back.
Absolutely.
Time is something we don't get
Especially,
back.
time.
Yeah, time you don't get back. So right now I have curated all the information I've learned from Eric Thomas, Tony Robbins, Nehemiah Davis, William Winford, all these people that I've invested in there is on the drive. So I just put that in my funnel when I go speak, when I talk to clients, I educate, because these are things that are still valued.
Yes.
You know, so right now I'm not doing any mentorship from other. A lot of people are buying from my mentorship, and I'm teaching them refresh ideas, because I have access now to those individuals.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what happened. That gave me the courage to be able to get to where I'm at.
Yeah.
I will say this: the acronym that I use for that is called SYSTEM.
Okay.
Save yourself time, energy, and money.
Save yourself time, energy, and money. Love it. System.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Exactly, right? So I tell people,
always
make sure you have a system.
Yeah.
What is saving you time, energy, and money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. You're here on Money Mondays with me, Ezekiel Olande, and my guest, ex-captain, I think that's correct, Lusene Donzo from the U.S. Army, now joining us here on studio to talk about moving from soldier to CEO, how to build wealth and success really in the digital space. And if you joined us late, Lusene has just given us how his journey from the time that he joined the U.S. Army, 10 years later. Before exiting, writing a book, much to the discouragement, unfortunately, of friends, but for the leader who really encouraged him and even proceeded to help him, get people within his company to buy the book. So you once commanded soldiers, as a captain, and today you lead entrepreneurs. What parallels do you see between military discipline and entrepreneurial success?
So for military discipline, I think in the military we have to do what our bosses tell us to do. It's like, I don't want to say it, but it's like we're a robot, right? Yeah. We're not as creative as we want. Also in the military, you sign document that's saying, if you don't do this, you can go to jail. Okay. Right? From
it's
your superior
serious.
order.
Yeah, if you disobey an order.
If you disobey an order, you can go to jail, right? But the great thing about the military, everybody is in sync. Everybody is in sync. Everybody, we prepare for the mission. We have op orders, which is operation order, where we receive the mission and we rehearse the mission. So everybody know or should know what's going on in the military. Now, what I have done with that information, because in business, I can't tell someone everything I tell you. You have to listen.
You have to do
me.
it and the way that I tell it. Otherwise, you go to jail.
Exactly. Otherwise, you go to jail, right? I can't tell a client that.
Yeah.
How I break it down to my clients is I shift their perspective of saying, hey, let's do a game plan of a 30, 60, 90 days, which is something that I learned in the military. I want you to focus on this. 90 days you should be here. 60 days you should be here. And this is what we're working on. So we backwards plan. I learned as a leader, as an officer. Right. So I just shifted the way we deliver the information, how we go head front after understanding the mission. And in business, I say, hey, this is where you are trying to get to. And this is how you get there by doing this. So that pushes them because they're heading towards a goal. Especially some clients that are very lazy or they need you to tag, just hold their hand. So if they have a goal in mind or identity, once you identify their identity of where they're trying to go, it's easy for them to do what you tell them because they already have a perspective of where they're heading. So that's how I took that and I translated that in my business, and it worked very effectively.
Perfect. I like that, because when I think sometimes because of lack of clarity for clients, they fail to see what you're doing or where you're going, and so even for you as the person who's trying to implement this project, you end up suffering because there are delays, and those delays, again, time, So when you actually have by day 90, this is what we want. And then you work backwards. So by the time you're starting from day 0, you already know by day 30, we need this achievement, 60, and even deploying the resources that you need to have deployed and all those things. I think it gives you just that level of clarity. So I'm stealing that. I think that's a very good, tidbit to use. And for you who are watching, please, again, feel free to pick those up. And then the acronym system, save yourself time, energy, and money.
Money.
Perfect. Allow me to jump a little bit now to wealth and mindset. So you've built multiple six-figure businesses. When it comes to money, what key principles guided you along this path?
I'm going to give 3.
Okay.
First is I wasted money.
Sorry?
Right. First is I wasted money.
You wasted money.
So I think when you're climbing on the ladder of entrepreneurship, right, you need to understand to move with strategy, not trend. When it comes to money, move very strategically, not trend. So when I first started, I was moving with trend.
Yes.
And the reason is because we live in because I'm a millennium, and at the time, everybody wants to invest in this person because he's driving Lamborghini. Everybody wants to invest in this girl or guy. She has the best weave. She has the best hair. All that, right? But you have to think deeper than that. So I challenge everyone listening to this to ask yourself, if you choose to invest, it can be me, Ezekiel, whoever you want to invest in. Ask yourself, do their values and character align with the person I want to be, I aspire to be?
I like that.
So that's the first mistake I did. I was wasting money on people. I put myself in $170,000, almost $200,000 debt because I was just investing in a bunch of people. Just to say, oh, I'm this mentorship, not understanding the repercussion. You got to pay that money.
Absolutely.
Right? And it was popular. It was trend. It was hot at the time. Their ads, I kept seeing their ads. Right?
Exactly.
So I challenge everyone, don't do that. Ask yourself, do those characters and values that those person uphold match with you, not just their materialistic things. Not the watch, not the Lamborghini.
The flashy
things. Don't let flashy things push you towards that individual. Right? I'm not saying you can invest in someone that is flashy. No. Because when people start making money, their lifestyle changes.
Yes, it changes. It does change.
It has to, So that's the first thing. The second thing is live within your means or below your means.
Below your means.
So when you are making money, you should always invest that money into stocks, real estate, or back into your business. You should not try to be flamboyant with your money. That was a mistake I did too. I was driving Corvettes. I was driving Mercedes, just
Nice.
different type of cars, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you have to understand that I'm not praying this for anyone. There are rainy days in business,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
There are rainy days in
Yeah.
business. So
Yeah.
you have to prepare yourself for those rainy days. So if you live within your means or below your means,
Yeah.
those things will help you. Tomorrow when there are rainy days, you have investments. I was lucky to invest in Bitcoin, and I was able to make over over 100,000 on Bitcoin.
Oh, okay.
So that helped me. When I was young and I was making a lot of money while I was in the army, I was also saving my money and having in my investments. So always save, buy property or real estate, and then live within your means. And then the last thing I would say is, I think, is having a purpose for your money. What do you want your money to, which I do now.
Yeah.
So right now I'm one of the sponsors for Gachi Soccer on Kiambu.
Yeah.
We're skilling it to become one of Kenya's youth to pro program.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes me happy because I'm giving back to those youth, those kids, right?
Yeah.
So when you're making money, you know, what do you love that you don't mind giving $1,000 US, 5,000 US, however much is easy to you or you can give, but it brings you fulfillment.
Yeah.
Because ultimately in life, one of my mentors have told me this. I think it's Myron Golden. It's not just about how much money you make. It's how much money you can keep and what you do that brings you fulfillment. You know, because how much money to you is different. The value of money to you is different than the value of money to me.
Very true.
Success to you
is
different than success to me.
Absolutely.
So when you understand that perspective and don't look at money as how much cars this person have, and you look at it as, am I happy and content with the lifestyle that I have? If it's yes, then you're wealthy and rich.
Yeah.
You know, everybody have different version of what wealthy and rich means to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So those are the things I would say.
Good stuff. So just to recap the three, the first one is don't follow trends. Yes. And even if you're investing in something, invest in the values that you see that you espouse.
Yes.
The second one, either live within or below your means. Yeah, I think that's where most of us really fail, because like you said, as soon as you become successful, you know, there are those things that you had, you know, you saw and you really want. And now that I have the money, I mean,
why not?
Yeah, let me do
it's
this.
Human nature.
Yes, it's human nature. So it takes a lot of discipline. And I think just back to, you know, some of the things that we talked about from your military training, I think that discipline is really important to then instill this. And then the third one, I know it's about using money for causes that you believe in.
Yes.
You know, so like what your mentor told you, you know, it's not about how much you can make, but what you can keep, and also what you can give to, you know, causes that really make
impact.
Impact to you. And I'm very happy to hear that, you know, you've invested in a soccer team, you know, and, you know, hopefully one day we can actually see them going pro, you know.
Amen.
So I'm very happy to hear that. Just a follow-up on that as well. So you talk about breaking free from the poverty mindset. What's the one limiting belief about money that people need to get to let go of, in, you know, to be able to build wealth?
Number one, I think is let me say this right. I can't. We always tell ourselves, I can't do it. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Stop telling yourself you can't and say, how can I? Yeah. Right. So I think money is mindset. Yeah. Usually when I hold webinars, I always tell people, I always start with mindset. Yeah. So I'll talk you through it. Yeah. A lot of times when I first started business, I used to have a lot of I can't. I can't make. The highest I've made in a month was $154,000. I collab with someone, US dollars, right? Yeah. Prior to that, I used to say, I can't. How am I going to make this amount, right? Yeah. So I've realized that when you keep telling yourself, I can't, instead of how can I, because how can I open up doors? It's like opportunity.
Yes, because now you're thinking, engaging your mind.
Exactly. Yes. And you know, I'm religious, but you know, I'm not trying to put religion on anyone. Yeah. But I would say God gave us our brain is one of the most powerful computer in the world. Brain created an iPhone.
Yes.
It created all this.
Yes.
So do not limit your thinking capacity by telling yourself, I can't, because of your circumstances. What you need to do is say, how can I? When I was leaving the U.S., one of my mentors actually told me, if I want to be really successful, quick and fast, leave the U.S. I listen. I always tell people, have a mentor. Because a mentor fast track your way to success, because they already have success. If you believe in their success and you want to be like them, they can be able to coach you and tell you the fastest way to get there. So when I came here in Kenya, I asked myself, how can I be the number one entrepreneur in Nairobi, Kenya? I didn't say, I can because I don't speak Swahili.
There's all
I don't
this.
that. I didn't say that. I said, how can I? It wasn't easy. But because I said, how can I? I started going to events. And when I started going to events, initially the first 2 months in Kenya, I invested over 100K Kenyan shillings just going to events. Nobody knew. When people started figuring out who I was, that's when the opportunity, because people would say, you already have a platform. You already have success. You already come speak here, come speak here, go speak here. So I would say, change your perspective to how can I instead of I can't, regardless of your environment. Because you don't know who might see something in you that you might not see in yourself.
Absolutely.
So that is the mindset. That mindset of how can I in any environment, it shifted my mindset from growing up in poverty to now thinking, okay, how can I, even now, how can I make, 50 to 100K monthly consistently, not just one time doing a webinar, but consistently. How can I do that? So that's how I'm thinking. Maybe it might come and speaking on this show, right? Going to speak at multiple schools, investing in more knowledge, learning something that I didn't know, right? So that's how my mind works, and that's how everybody's mind should work, because nobody minds is better than anybody. It's just the exposure.
I like that. And, because you did infer to the Bible, that's actually scripture, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ.
Amen. Yes.
Who gives me strength.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I really like that. Moving from I can't to how can I. When you have that question, it opens your mind up to a lot of possibilities. And so for those who are taking notes, please, you've heard it here from the entrepreneur himself. Don't have self-limiting thoughts or beliefs. Ask yourself, how can I? And then the opportunities or the possibilities rise up. Lusene, for someone listening right now who wants to create a digital side hustle or build an online income stream, what is step one?
Step one, identify your niche. Right? Identify your niche. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to give 3 things.
Okay.
Right? I sometimes I speak in with like system. So the first thing I'll say, you have to define your identity of who you are. Then you identify the identity of your audience.
Define your identity
of who you are
and your audience. Yes.
Then once you do that, right, you then ask yourself, what problems can I solve? Because in business, we're solving people problems.
Absolutely.
Don't think of business as I want to make money. Think of business as how, even me coming here, I'm trying to help as many viewers you guys have to solve their problems, right? So shift your mindset from I want to make money to I want to solve as many problems as possible.
Provide solutions.
Right? And then for the I, under the I, then the next thing is you create a product. You create a product solving that particular pain point. You see, people, if you lead with, I'll give you a quick example. If you lead with how to make $10,000 a lot of people might not be interested in it. But if you lead with how to make $10,000 and lose and pay off your debt, that's a pain point. And become financially free. That's a pain point, right?
Exactly.
So I always tell people, when you create your product, you always want to align or subtitle of that with a pain point, because every human being
has
pains.
Yes, absolutely.
We all resonate with pain, right?
Yeah, we do.
So that's under the I. The next, I said it, and I'm going to go a little bit in depth into it. System. Find something if you're creating, you want to start in the digital business, find something, ask yourself, okay, what can I be doing right now that's going to save me time, energy, and money?
Yeah.
Should I get a mentor? Do I have funds for a mentor? Should I maybe go to seminars? Should I get more exposure? Should I learn? Should I travel? All these things. Ask yourself, what can I do that would save me time, energy, and money? And then the last thing, so it's I, system, L, is luck. Let me break what luck down. After you figure out what you can do to save you time, energy, and money, then you ask yourself, this is a personal question. L stands for location. U stands for understanding. C stands for connection. K stands for knowledge.
Okay.
So now, you, Ezekiel, you ask yourself, okay, am I at the right location?
Right.
Am I at the location where people are supporting me? People want me to thrive. The second thing is, do I understand my identity? The problems that I'm trying to solve, my client's identity, the products and services that I want to give. The third is, what connection as Ezekiel I need to be making in the industry to fast track my way, save me time, energy, and money. Right? And then the last is knowledge. How can I keep learning? Or what books, what seminars, what mentorship, all these different things can I do that's going to help me and fast track my way to my success. So I, identity, S, systems, and then luck, and then I just broke down what luck stands for.
Guys, this is so good. I hope this is making a lot of sense to you, as it is even for me. And Lusene, just thank you for, breaking this down, in very simple to follow, steps, pain points, solutions, system, and then luck, and luck is not, good luck. No. Location, understanding, connections, and knowledge. So please just take as many notes as you can, and he will be sharing his socials later, because I know you will want to follow him. I know you'll want to, just pick his mind on some of these things, and hopefully you're able to get more from this conversation. A follow up to that, scaling. You start, yes, you're doing well, but scaling sometimes is difficult, because of different challenges that people might face. What digital systems or strategies have been most critical in helping you grow beyond just survival to thriving?
I think for me is Go High Level. Go High Level is a software that has almost, I'll say everything.
Okay.
But some people might say almost, but that you can generate leads. So when you run ads, you get your leads. People, emails, and number, depending on how you set up your funnel. You can, in your funnel or in Go High Level, you can have emails sent out automatically. All this is in the system. You can hire somebody to do everything is automated. And then you can also send emails to where clients nurture your clients. So you get leads, and then you nurture your clients, and then some of those clients turn into paid clients. Or you can pick up the phone number and call those clients and say, hey, I noticed that you joined, you got my freebie, or you pay for one of my courses. Are you interested in this, right? So how you get to skilling is when you're making enough money that you are not just surviving. Right. So I think a lot of people confuse skilling as they're surviving and they want to scale. No. Skilling, you have to be somewhat thriving.
Yes. So you moved from the basics.
Yes.
Now your business needs to grow.
Now your business needs to grow. How you scale faster is by doing what I'm doing. Coming to speak here, right? Running ads. Going on YouTube, creating long format content. Going on LinkedIn, because all these social media platforms have different audience, so you're not tapping into different form of content, long form content, short term content. So that's how you scale along with ads, because all those things will help you monetize globally. Very nice. So you said the software is called Go High Level. Go High Level. Yes. I don't know if
I'll look for it. I don't think I've interacted
or
with it yet.
or ClickFunnels. So I can give several go high level ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
Nestooge.com, System.io. Those are the 4 softwares that I know. Not entirely me, but some other entrepreneurs use.
You've used, and it's worked for you.
Yeah, it worked for us. Yeah,
good stuff. Money Mondays is the show. You're here with me, Ezekiel Olande and Lusene Donzo, former U.S. captain turned captain of industry, should I say? So just it's the industry that changed, but as we're learning here, from the military to digital business, just being able to grow and thrive. And so going back to leadership and legacy. So, and again, I'll bring back the military because this obviously makes a lot of sense there. In the Army, you led with discipline and strategy. Today, you emphasize income, leadership, and legacy. How do you personally connect wealth building to legacy?
So for me in the Army, you can have a legacy in the Army, but it stops when you leave. Yeah. For me, I wanted to have legacy and impact in the world.
Yeah.
One of my biggest goals in life is to be the #1 speaker on the planet.
Yeah.
I believe when I surpass Tony Robbins and Eric Thomas, as I mentioned, you said Tony Robbins. People from generations would know who I am. You know who Muhammad Ali is, right?
Absolutely.
He left a legacy on the sport of boxing. So I think for me, I didn't want it to just leave. And when I die or something happen, people don't know who I am. I felt because I had a grand mal seizure where I was in a coma and I broke my shoulders. I felt like God have a purpose for me to leave something greater. It's for people to understand it is because of him I am here, but also to fulfill my dream of becoming that. So I think for me, how do you, I lead to impact with doing the things that I'm currently doing. Working in the U.S., going to speak on podcasts in the U.S., coming to speak on podcasts here. And soon I will be going to Uganda next year, speaking on podcasts, and hopefully in Nigeria and South Africa, right? So I want not just people to know me in the United States. I want people to know me globally. Right? And the impact I want people to know me through is speaking and also my entrepreneurship journey and my story, because it wasn't easy. And I want to show kids around the world or kids that grew up in the circumstances that I grew up in that it's possible. So legacy for me is important, because even tomorrow when I die, my kids, my future kids, they will see that I lived a life of significance. And also they will be able to benefit because I have businesses that makes money while I sleep. So God forbid something happened to me, I have a kid, they'll still be able to thrive.
Absolutely.
So
I love that. And just a follow-up to that, for you, what does leadership in the 21st century look like, especially within in a digital economy?
So leadership in the 21st century, for me, it means being able to lead yourself first, being able to tell yourself, being disciplined enough to tell yourself things prior to you wanting to lead others. And I took that from the military. As a lieutenant, I was challenged to manage $1 million worth of equipment. And I was given a direct order. You were the boss. You figure it out, right?
Wow.
So I think because the military is so hard on your young officers, your young leaders, it's good because it makes you very serious, at your job. And to now bring into business, I think if you can lead yourself to your definition of success, you can help others. And the proof of that is yourself, your life. So anybody that is trying to lead other people, you have to ask yourself, what have they done themselves to get to that position prior to them now trying to lead me? So I think leadership is within prior to being external. But a lot of times we see leadership abilities externally, but we don't know that
what's going on in the background.
In the background. Yeah. So that's my philosophy on leadership.
Yeah, self-leadership, I think, is the beginning.
Yeah.
You have to prove to yourself first, and I like that philosophy before you can go and try and impose, or not really impose, but to push your leadership, you know, out there. It is important for you to showcase, you know, where you've been, what you're doing, and things like that. And like you said, I think the leadership development that you got from the military, I think it just prepares you for that, self-discipline first before you're able to proceed onto others. So as we wrap this up, I can't believe an hour is almost gone. Let's now make this practical for our audience.
Mm-hmm.
And probably the question here is, what's one financial habit or money principle that you practice daily that anyone can adopt?
I do a lot, but I would say look at your bank account daily, man. If your bank account daily, it's not to a certain amount where it's screaming, I'm comfortable, or I'm happy, then work harder. And I would give credit. Grant Cardone said this. He elaborated more on it. I don't remember exactly, but I look at my bank account daily, and the reason why is because I want to make so much money that when I look at my bank account, I'm like, man, I have a lot of money in there, to my ability and my capability. When I look at my bank account right now, I don't feel that. I think the thing with finance is we all have to understand finance, or your financial, that is personal dependent. Stop comparing your finance to somebody else.
Absolutely.
We live in a generation where we want to compare how much money I have or how much money I'm making or your life. Please, you're still enjoy from your personal self by doing that. You need to ask yourself, I will say this, I will expand a little bit. What is you mind if I look?
Go for it.
Let me show, because I want to be very precise.
And as he does that, like we said, we'll be sharing Lusene's contacts and socials so that you're able to hit him up, if you need any more practical advice. But guys, even for me, who's sitting on this side of the desk, just really enjoying the gems of knowledge that he's sharing from his experience, both in the military and in the digital space. So, go for it. Like he talked about system, he talked about luck, and not just luck the way you know it. If you missed that part, rewind the tape, go and figure out what that is. We've talked about leadership as well, and just the importance of personal leadership before you get into leading other people as well. So back to you. Did you find it?
Yes.
Go for it.
So, your question was, what financial advice can I give to someone?
Practical.
Practical. The first thing I'll tell you is ask yourself, what does it cost to live my dream life?
What does it cost to
live my dream life?
Absolutely.
List every bill. So here, I'll give a synopsis of my dream life.
Okay.
The car I want to own is a $5,000 car a month if I want to lease it, or a $300,000 car
if you're buying it.
Buying it, right? The house I want to live is a $5,200. I'm very specific.
Right.
$5,200 home, which is anywhere from $800 to $1 million home. Right. If I want to buy it straight out, is $1 million, $800 to $1 million US dollars, or if I'm financing it, is $5,000. Right.
Okay.
Travel for my entire family of 3 kids, including my wife, is $6,000. That's not flying first class, guys. Okay. I just want to be specific. Just flying 3 kids is $6,000 a month. I'm spending $6,000 a month for a family of 5. Food for myself and my all 5 of us is $3,000 US.
Yeah.
Right? And other expensive private school, because I want my kids to go to private school and all that, is about $6,000.
Okay.
Now the sum of all that is $25,200 a month.
Okay.
What did I tell you right now we're trying to take our company to? Anywhere from 25 to over 50,000, right?
Yes.
So I'm trying to live my dream life.
Yeah.
To become a multi-millionaire yearly, you have to make $84,000 US monthly consistently for 12 years.
For 12 years.
I thought that was my dream.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. Will I accomplish that? Of course I will. But is that something that I'm chasing? No.
Yeah.
What I'm chasing is 25,200.
200. Yeah.
Now, because I know that's my bare minimum, in life you don't do bare minimum.
Yeah.
You times that by 2.5.
Okay.
So $25,200 US times 2.5 is $63,000 US a month.
Okay.
That's the amount of money that I want to make consistently until the day I die.
Yeah.
So my thought of where I thought I wanted to make I wanted to make $84,000 US every month until I die.
Yeah.
Actually, when I became realistic with myself and said, what is the amount of money that I really want to be comfortable?
Yeah.
Right? Not what society tells me.
Exactly.
Because society tells you need to be making $1 million a month to be this high level. I don't care about that stuff. If I'm making $63,000 every month consistently for the rest of my life until I die, I am happy.
Absolutely.
What can a man or woman not do if you're making $63,000 US monthly? You can do a lot. You can own. You can even rent out private jets if you want.
If
right?
you want to.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So that's the financial advice. Know what your dream life costs.
Yeah.
Write it down. Be very detailed
and specific.
And times it 2.5. And that amount is the highest amount you want to make and the lowest amount you want to make. So if you're making if I'm making 50,000, am I complaining?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm good, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm still good because at the end of the day, the lowest is 25,200.
Yeah.
That's what Eric Thomas, one of my mentors, taught me. If you know your dream life and you list your dream life, that's your dream life.
Yeah.
Don't compare it to P. Diddy or whoever. You be happy. I think the greatest thing I want people to understand when it comes to finance, and we don't do this, is be happy with the amount of money that you are making and be content with that. And if you can make more, cool. Like me, I'm not happy with not making that. So I'm working towards that. But I'm not killing myself and comparing myself to everybody else and saying, I need to be making $1 million a month. I know I can get to that level, but I don't want that stress. I'm sorry. Right? I don't want that stress. Because people don't understand. When I went to speak at Riara University, a student asked me, I asked a student how much they want to make, and they said they want to make $65 billion. I said, okay. I said, do you know what it takes to make $65 billion? And everybody was quiet. People always have the idea or they throw numbers. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Another one of my mentors taught me. Don't just throw money. Ask yourself, what identity, what person do I need to become to become a billionaire? I have looked up what it takes to become a billionaire. I want no parts.
It's, you said 65 billion. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Okay, yes, it does matter the currency, obviously. But even here, just to get from 0 to 1 billion shillings, that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
And what does that do to you? What does it do to your values?
Your values.
Yes. And your lifestyle and all these things. Because, you know what you're saying? Be happy.
Yes.
I think sometimes we drive ourselves too much. You lose sleep, you lose, and eventually it even affects your health. So yes, you've built all this. To the outside world, you're balling. But you're spending 90% of that in hospitals, doing tests, high blood pressure, all these things. You drop dead in your middle age.
It's gone.
And the next person who's going to come,
they don't have to work.
They're going to squander it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think I like it's practical. And it goes back to, even anyone who's done strategy, you understand, when you talk about goal setting, we talk about creating smart goals. And I think that's what you have said. I like, because you could have said maybe 25,500. No, After doing your calculation, you go to 25,200.
Specific.
That's being specific.
Measurement. Yep.
Yes. Measurable, and it's something that is realistic in your current state.
Yes.
And again, do not compare. Just because he has said that number doesn't mean that you said that number. Yours could be higher, yours could be lower, but is it going to get you to the kind of lifestyle that you want? And I like how you've broken it down from school to travel to food, to housing, to rent or buying. Again, very, very practical advice that you can take. Before we get to our closing statements, if someone is looking for a job but dreams of financial freedom, what's one concrete step that they can take this week to start on that journey?
If they're looking for a job, but they want to be financially free, use your job to be financially free.
Mm-hmm.
I use the Army to be financially free.
Yep.
Let me say this: working for someone is not. It's not gonna kill you, man.
Yeah.
It's not the end or be all.
Yeah.
We have a dilemma in our society of where everybody wants to be self-made.
Yes.
I tell everyone this. I am not self-made. Didn't I tell you, Mr. Mason?
Yep.
He told me about the military.
Yep.
I am not self-made, man. And I don't want to be self-made. I want you to help me to accomplish my goal.
Absolutely.
And I want to accomplish your goal.
Yeah.
So use your job, work your job, live below your means, and take that money to invest in whatever financial
vehicles that
you want to get into.
Yeah.
But the problem is we live in a generation where people think, because everybody is, I'm financially free.
Yeah.
No. Don't quit your job until you're making the amount of money that you want to make.
Yeah.
I never left the Army until I was making over $10,000 US.
Yeah.
You understand? Because I know $10,000 US outside of America is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I can live anywhere in the world. So now all I got to do is scale the business.
Yeah.
So don't leave your job. Use your job as a tool.
Yeah.
And then the financial vehicles that you talked about.
Yeah.
Venture into the financial vehicles and work in that for at least 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Give yourself time. Have time in the game. Build yourself in the game. People respect when you have time.
Yes.
Especially as individuals in whatever field that you have.
Yes.
Because most of the time, even if you're a millionaire in six months,
Yeah.
Most people know it. That's not even practical. It's not ideal.
Question, your rise to fame.
Your rise to fame. What did you do?
Exactly.
So don't be so quick to leave your job.
Yeah.
You should be faster to learn a skill at your job and utilize that company.
Yes.
By living below your means.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's why I would tell them: give yourself 4 years. Stay at your job, even if it's stressful.
Yeah.
You see gray hair? I got that in the Army because it was stressful.
I'm
imagine. Young, but it was stressful. But
Yeah.
I had to do that.
Yeah.
And the military helped prepared me for life now.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes your jobs prepare you for life later.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that would be my advice.
Yeah. And just learning from other people's.
Yes.
Yeah. Because when you're employed, it's not your business. You can make mistakes. Don't go there to make mistakes, obviously.
Yes.
But learn from the mistakes. Learn from the people who've employed you. Learn from your mentors and your colleagues as well. Build experience. Build the skills. I like what you've said. Be fast. To learn the skill, because even that can allow you to grow even within that organization faster than if you're just there. You're like, oh no, I need to be out. And then we have this notion of get rich quick. Your comment on that?
I'll elaborate more on that. I'm gonna be very honest. Man. I used to believe that. I want to get rich fast, get rich quick. But I've realized as I'm getting older, I've realized there is time. Time is make use of the time that you have. If you get something so quick, when I was 29 years old, I was making, which I'm not now, I was making $35,000 a month.
Right.
I was spending that money as fast
as you're making
I was making it, right? You don't value things as you get rich quick fast. Not all, right? Not everybody.
True.
But depending, I grew up in poverty. So take a kid that grew up in Africa, Liberia. He grew up in a village, and then he come to America, and he's making $35,000 at 29 years old. He doesn't have a father, mother, no financial men in his life, or he hasn't gotten that financial discipline. Ideally, he's gonna waste it. You understand? So don't focus so much on I want to get rich fast. Focus on who do I need to be? What discipline do I need to have? Who do I need to not be to receive this? Because everybody always asks himself, oh, I want to be the next this. I want to be this. Okay. What discipline you need not to do? Because that person, I'm pretty sure Mark Zuckerberg was not doing certain things as he was creating Facebook. Right? So instead of saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to be this, what do you not need to do? Because what you need not to do, if you're more self-aware of that identity, you will save yourself more time. I didn't have the discipline because I thought that I could use money to attract whatever I want. And sometimes that's not a good thing because you attract wrong people.
Exactly. It's bound
so
to happen.
I don't believe in get rich quick. I'm not saying you should take long to achieve your dream life or you should take long to get wealthy. But I'm saying as you're taking the time to build your business, please get some discipline, build some consistency and character, and then also ask yourself, what do I not need to do when I become this person? Like me, I don't party like that. I don't party. I travel because travel is experience. And experience, nobody can take that away from me. There will always be club. There will always be liquor. There will always be all these different things. You know, I'm blessed. I've done it when I was younger. Now those things are not important to me. You understand?
So
I
get you.
Do things that ask yourself, what do I not need to be when I become this Lusene? You know, that would be my definition of telling people don't try so hard to be rich quickly. Because you might lose it quicker and faster.
It burns very quickly. Absolutely.
I put myself in debt. I just actually finished paying off my debt this year.
Okay.
So
good for you.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. It was hard.
I can imagine.
It was hard.
I can imagine.
You know, so I love talking about that because I used to have that mindset. Oh, I want to get rich quick, get rich fast. No, get rich fast by having mentors. Because mentors, they're giving you the secret. Like yourself, myself, we're giving them gems. If they implement it,
it will help you to avoid a lot of pitfalls.
Exactly.
Yes, and you know, see the journey a bit more with more clarity.
More clarity, exactly. So
good stuff. Very last as we close, you know, looking back to your younger self, growing up in Liberia, what advice would you give Lusene then about money, leadership, and resilience?
I will first say, believe that you can accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. In terms of money, because I think money is mindset. You know, is mindset exposure. In terms of leadership, I would say, you know, be a student of the game. Be a student of the game of life. Doesn't matter where a person come from, you can always learn from someone.
Absolutely.
I've learned from people that I was better than, but they taught me things that helped me. And then in terms of impact, I would say you know, there's power in your purpose. Identify what your purpose is as a human being. Because your purpose most of the time is not tied to money. And I think oftentimes when we hit pitfall, struggles and trials and tribulation, what pick us up outside of family and friends is our definite purpose.
The purpose, because it's you know, the driving force.
It's the driving force. So those three things I would have told my younger self. Self-belief and learn from whoever you can and have a definite purpose that no matter, like, the only thing that should stop you from your purpose is death. You have no life. You're gone.
You're done.
You're done, right? Make it that strong. Because if it's not that strong, humans will scare you off. But if it's that strong, you would never look at setbacks as you know, or unfortunate circumstances as a way to stop you. You know, seizure never stopped me. You know, because I knew I came to the U.S. I have the opportunity a lot of kids in Liberia didn't have to grow up in the U.S. Oh, I'm going to accomplish this. It's going to happen.
It's gonna
I
happen.
will be the person that I want to be. And I will share that story around the world, which I'm doing now, right?
Absolutely.
But imagine if I didn't have the purpose of success of the life that I want, I would have looked at seizures, still on the medication, being bald and all these different things, and nobody would have known the what if.
Yes, exactly.
You know? And I think somebody, I'm sorry, I talk a lot, but
it's fine.
Somebody said this. He said, in your life, at the midst of your setback, your trials and tribulation, there is that what if I do this, and there is that what if you stay here. And for me, the what if was, what if I become the only officer in the entire military to commission after breaking both shoulder, going through seizure, being in a coma, and my life has changed. Was it easy? No, I went
Absolutely
through 9
not.
months of physical therapy.
I can imagine.
All these things, right? So sometimes you have to go through so much. But the key to all that is the purpose was there. I knew that my purpose in America was greater because I didn't die from having 2 seizures. Right? So I think I'm heavy on there's my speaking brand, I say there's power in your purpose. You know, so I'm heavy on purpose. I tell a lot of people, you know, please identify your purpose and don't make it tied to money. Because when it's not tied to money, you will make money.
You'll make money.
The
Yes,
money
it
will
follows.
come. It follows.
It
Yes,
follows.
it follows.
Absolutely.
And that's
Absolutely.
facts. I'm a living proof of that. That's facts. So that will be what I'll say.
Good stuff. Unfortunately, we have to stop here. Listen, thank you so much.
Thank you
for sharing your story and wisdom with us today. You know, from the battle lines now into corporate, corporate life. We've been talking about moving from soldier to CEO, and just Lusene's journey and how he has been able to use his experience in the military, rising through the ranks, to a captain, publishing a book, getting out there, getting into digital business, and now really thriving in that space. And for us, we're just we're grateful, to have had you here. Your social handles for anyone who wants to follow. So
if you go on Google and you just type in Lusene Donzo, Lusene, all my social media. I'm blessed and fortunate that now I have my own Google platform. I'm the SEO. I put out so much content. I usually tell people just go and type my name on Google. You can follow me on all different forms of social. We put out content consistently.
Good stuff. So Google him, Lusene Donzo, and you'll be able to find him, follow him, hit him up, shoot a DM if you need to talk to him. And for those of you who would like to invite him for speaking engagements as well, he's definitely available to do that, and he'll be able to let you know. But from us, until next week, this has been Money Mondays from me, Ezekiel Olande, and Icon Radio. Kwaheri.